Hey folks, whenever I see things like this, journalism already once did it. Wolfie made a mistake, and now our friend Mike Helmick does the same. He thinks that Wolfie made a big mistake and that he is much smarter than Wolfie and that he's going to prove that. And he made a video about it. And of course, you have people immediately going along with those thoughts, like nice explanations. Let me see. The biggest conspiracy theory, globe Earth, quality, is someone who says that. If Wolfie was so honest, he would be a flat earther. He's a shill. Now Mr. Fishbone, probably we will see. Good work, my friend. Very nice, Mike. All these people who do that are gullible. They're just plain stupid. And why are they plain stupid? Because they just want to believe what Mike says. And Mike made a big mistake. Mike forgot that he needs to do critical thinking. So first, let's have a little look at what he's trying to explain here. Bible Earth, that explains a lot.
Hello everyone, Mike here. Glad you can join me. Did Wolfie fake this video? Here we're on the original YouTube channel that the video came from. And you can see my post here, and you can see Wolfie's post directly under mine. Now, Wolfie is asking questions to the original video creator about the location, about the elevation of the camera from the water. Later on down, he asks about what time of day, so he could take in any refractive properties that may have been present to make this boat look like it vanished behind.
So far, he's taking a right approach, yeah? But let's go where he then starts to do some explaining.
Containers in this orange piece, we can get approximation of where the water line was in Wolfie's mirrored video. Here's a clip from the mirrored video, and we can see that the water line is just below the orange piece, and we have the same approximation of the shipping containers height to this white part back here. So all we do is take the total height of the coattail line, and we figure out where the water was blocking the boat, and that comes out to 27 feet. As the water line is just right below this orange piece here in relation to the shipping containers. The problem with this is that even though 78 feet is given for the total height of the boat, that is from the bottom of the boat to the top of the mast, and we can't see the bottom of the boat, and so I had to put the 78 feet on the water line, which gives the Globe Earth team a major advantage and just a bunch of free curvature. However, we can also see that the boat should have been covered up by 53 feet of curved water. They are still missing 26 feet.
Right. If this was all true, then we would be missing a part. Of course, he completely forgets that in the video, let me see, where was it? That I can't see the bottom of the ship, and if the Earth was flat, I would see from that ship also this red line. But let's go back here, and now see, where does he get the 24 meter or the 78 feet height of the ship from? Now I might be just an average guy, but you do see the windows here, huh? And those are floors or decks, and with all the piping on the ceiling, etc. Every deck is approximately 3 meters. So if we start here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we already have like 18 meters of deck way above the rest of the ship. And 18 meters is already something like 60 feet. So something is going on here, and that is not correct. Now, where did he get the information? Well, the vessel details of the Continuon says that the beam is 14 meters, that is the width of the ship, And the draft, not the height, the draft is 24.1 meters. And what is the draft? The draft, my dear friend, is the part below the water line. Yeah, the draft says something about how deep a canal must be so that the ship can pass when it is fully loaded. On pictures like this, you can already see that the ship is clearly higher than it is wide. And the ship has a width of 40 meters, which in feet is 133 feet. That is the width, and it is clearly much higher than that. So how should he have done it? First, just to show here, this is what the draft means when it says 24 meters. That is, when the water reaches that line, then there is 24 meters below in the water of a ship. And here again you can see the draft, or the value used by Mike, as height. He was too gullible. He thought, okay, now I've got them. Now the only thing we need to do is figure out, is indeed that lifeboat 53 inches of feet, sorry, high. Now what I've done is I made a picture as well from the same ship, but it's a sister ship, but just to help you out here. Here, these are the containers, and they count up to 16, and the width of containers 2.4 meters. This gives you 39 meters width. So just a little bit less than the whole boat, which is apparently, according to the specs, 40 meters. Now, we have containers on the ship, and the nice thing about containers, they have a standard size, and therefore all we need to do is to figure out how high the ship is counting, let's say, the number of containers. So I cut out a part here, put it on here, and another part I put here. Now, in general, we can say that we see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 containers, and then I can continue here 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 containers. 17 containers times, hold on, 17 times 2.5 is 42.5 meters high ship. Divided by 0.3, we get approximately 141 feet. That is the height up to the mast there. Now, the whole trick is this lifeboat here now 53 feet high? If so, then the ship is indeed, this light blue is then apparently the 53 feet of curved water, and the earth is curved and not flat. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 containers to the bottom of the lifeboat. 6 containers times 2.5, I round it off because it's a bit more, is 50 meters, divided by 0.3 is 50 feet. Not taking into account any refraction which would lift up the boat, I hereby prove that Mike made a big mistake. He took the wrong value. He should have been much more in the way of critical thinking by comparing first, let's say, the number of stacked containers here, and then add a bit more to figure out what the total height of the ship is. Now, the total height of the ship above the waterline is more than 40 meters. And by just counting the number of containers from the water side, he would have found that it is not here, the 53 feet of curved water, but it is there where it was in the video Wolfie was addressing. So Mike, sorry, it's not Wolfie faking this, maybe you also not, but you were definitely not critical in analyzing the data and verifying the data, because that is critical thinking. You have to verify. Does it make sense what I'm going to say? Yeah? And it was proof enough. You could find that would tell you that if you have a value that says that the ship is 40 meters wide, as you show in your video, that it definitely is not only 24 meters high. This picture makes that already very clear. So, sorry to say, but you have been completely debunked, and I do hope that the next time you try to attack somebody as honest as Wolfie, do your homework better, because in this case you failed. The waterline is exactly there where it is according to the globe Earth. And if the Earth was flat, you would have seen the red bottom here, as you do with the ship that is in front of it. Thank you all for watching. Don't be too gullible in trying to believe the Earth is flat, and especially the guys that just started to applaud Mike on his video. Those are the worst, because they could have seen this themselves as well, and they just wanted this to be true, and they failed. Sorry, next time better.